Welcome back to Sports 18 and Geo Cinema. You're watching JetSynthesys presents the Global E-Cricket Premier League. All the action from match day 9. और अभी तीसरे मैच से पहले हम आपको मिलाते हैं एक खास मेहमान से. हमारे पास आए हैं आज राजन पठान गुजरात से, जो कि खेलते हैं न्यूयॉर्क एप्स के लिए. और राजन की एक खास बात यह है कि इन्होंने रियल क्रिकेट खेलना 6 महीने पहले ही शुरू किया है. And today he is among the top 48 players across the world participating in the GEPL. राजन, बहुत बहुत स्वागत है आपका हमारे साथ.
थैंक यू सर.
और अब आप हमें बताइए कि कैसे आपने खेलना शुरू किया और इतनी जल्दी आप इतने परफेक्ट कैसे हो गए?
सर मतलब मैं एमको मेरा कंप्लीट हुआ था, उसके बाद बहुत 2-3 जगह पे मैंने इंटरव्यू दिया था, तो वो रात को मुझे टाइम मिलता था जी. तो टीवी देखना मुझे ज़्यादा पसंद नहीं है. तो
अच्छा.
मैं सोचता था थोड़ा गेम थोड़ा चिल करते, तो मेरे को ये गेम अच्छी लगी, थोड़ी ग्राफिक उसके बहुत अच्छे लगे मुझे. तो मैंने सोचा इसको ट्राई करना चाहिए. तो मैं इसको खेलते गया और फिर यहाँ तक आया हूँ मैं खेल के.
बिल्कुल अपवर्ड जर्नी रही है
जी. बिल्कुल.
मैं आपसे एक चीज़ पूछना चाहूँगा. अभी आपने कहा कि आपको टीवी देखने तो पसंद नहीं है, पर अभी तो आप टीवी पर आ रहे हो, तो इसके बारे में थोड़ा बताइए.
हाँ मतलब एक ये है कि मुझे पसंद नहीं है, लेकिन मैं खुद को जब टीवी पे देखूंगा तो वो मुझे पसंद होगा.
किसको पसंद नहीं होगा. अच्छा, मैं आपको पूछना चाहूँगा, हम जाएंगे आपके कॉलेज लाइफ के आसपास. हमें पता है कि आप एक बहुत सोशल, एक बोलते हैं ना सोशल कीड़ा है, कि हमको जाके सबसे मिलना है, सबसे बात करनी है, दोस्त बनाने हैं. आपके कॉलेज लाइफ के कुछ शरारतों के बारे में हमें कहिए.
नहीं मतलब मैं फर्स्ट बेंच पे बैठने वाला बंदा था. और मैं कॉलेज के अंदर सीआर भी रहा हूँ मैं, तो उसके अंदर मेरे ऊपर बहुत रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी थी, तो मैं वो सारी चीज़ें कंप्लीट करता था, पूरी करता था. शरारती तो बहुत कम मैंने की होगी, बाई चांस ही की हो, वरना तो मैं आता था और जाता ही था बस.
रियल लाइफ क्रिकेट में आपके फेवरेट प्लेयर कौन है?
रियल लाइफ क्रिकेट में MS धोनी है.
अरे क्या बात यार, हाथ मिलाओ इस बात पे. तो हमारे भी फेवरेट प्लेयर MS धोनी रह चुके हैं. तो आपने MS धोनी को इतना देखा ही होगा, ठीक है, आप टीवी नहीं देखते लेकिन मैच तो देखते ही होंगे.
जी बिल्कुल.
तो MS धोनी से आपने क्या सीखा है?
उनका कूल नेचर सीखा मैंने, कि हर टेम्पर में आपको बिल्कुल कूल रह के, क्योंकि इंसान जब कूल रहता है तो डिसीजन सही ले पाता है. एकदम जल्दबाजी में अगर कोई डिसीजन लो तो फिर वो डिसीजन बहुत गलत होते हैं, ऐसा बोलते भी है और फील भी ऐसा होता है. तो उनका नेचर बहुत अच्छा लगा और उनकी कैप्टनसी भी बहुत अच्छी लगी.
तो आज के जो मुकाबला हुआ जिसमें आपने दुबई वाइपर्स को हराया, वो कूल नेचर की वजह से कि हाँ हमें ये मैच जीतना है?
नहीं, हमारे लिए ये सिचुएशन डू और डाई वाली सिचुएशन थी, क्योंकि आने वाले जो 3 मैच हमारे बाकी है वो थोड़े टफ हो जाते हैं अगर ये नहीं जीतते तो ये एक मैच हमारे लिए निकालना ज़रूरी था, जो अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह वो निकल भी गया और जीत गए हम लोग.
मैं आपसे एक चीज़ पूछना चाहूँगा, जब आपकी टीम अच्छी नहीं कर रही थी, एक ऐसा पैच, एक दौर आया था कि जब आपकी टीम परफॉर्मेंस थोड़ा सा, उस समय आपने और आपके कप्तान ने या फिर आपने ऐसे क्या किया कि आपकी टीम को ये बूस्ट मिला ये जीत के लिए?
जी, हम लोग ने थोड़ी स्ट्रेटेजी में थोड़ा ध्यान दिया और कहाँ पे हमारी गलतियाँ हो रही है, और बॉलिंग में, बैटिंग में, तो वहाँ पे हमने थोड़ा ध्यान दिया. और होटल और रूम में जाके हम लोग यही प्रैक्टिस करते थे कि जो गलती है उसको किस तरीके से सुधारे, और वो सुधरी भी है 2 मैच में, उसका हम लोग को रिजल्ट भी अच्छा मिला है.
और अब नॉकआउट्स जो हैं वो ज़्यादा दूर नहीं हैं. आपने कहा ना कि अगले 3 मैच मुश्किल हो सकते हैं, मुश्किल तो रहेंगे क्योंकि सारी टीमें कंटेंशन में हैं, लगभग 6 या 7 टीमें कंटेंशन में हैं. तो क्या आप सोचते हैं कैसी आपकी टीम खेलेगी, किस तरीके का आपका अप्रोच रहेगा?
हमारा अप्रोच यही रहेगा कि हमें अच्छा खेलना है, अच्छा देखना है. टीम हम नहीं देखते कि कौन सी टीम सामने है, हम अपने लिए ही खेलते हैं और अपना कंपटीशन हम खुद समझते हैं कि हम अगर बेस्ट प्लेयर है तो हमारा बेस्ट परफॉर्मेंस आना चाहिए.
ये बहुत बढ़िया चीज़ कहा आपने कि हम जो कंपटीशन करते हैं वो हमारे साथ ही करते हैं. मैं दुआ ये करूँगा कि आपको जो जीत चाहिए वो मिलते जाए.
थैंक यू सर.
तो जाने से पहले हम 1 2 3 पे बोलेंगे फाइंड योर ग्लोरी. राइट, रेडी?
जी.
1 2 3 फाइंड योर ग्लोरी.
Pulse of mania is here. Maniacs wanted.
Piyush, hey, I was just on Lenskart. ये जो price है $999, right?
नहीं करण, रुपीज है.
I can't be seen wearing glasses under 1 lakh. Price थोड़ा ज़्यादा हो सकता है क्या?
करण, ये बढ़िया प्राइस है. It's only because we don't have middlemen.
90,000?
आप कहीं और से ले लो.
80,000.
I'm going. Bye.
अमीरों की हाई लगेगी तुझे.
Factory वाले prices, no middlemen. Lenskart. Download the app.
लेकिन ये पाइप चलेगा.
फिनोलेक्स पाइप्स, पीढ़ियां बदलेंगी, पाइप नहीं.
But it's always a pleasure to get along these players, talk to them about how they feel, and eventually what the color that they're going to add into this tournament. But for now, we are building up to that next game where, of course, the likes of the Mumbai Grizzlies are ready to take on Chennai Wolves. It's match day 9, the third match for the day. And joining me along, of course, is again Chetan. Chetan, now, Mumbai Grizzlies, they come back with a loss. And of course, Chennai, who come back with 2 back-to-back losses. We did speak about the fact that this is like a do-or-die game for Chennai.
Yeah, it's turning out to be really, really intense at the moment. It's just match day 9. We still have a couple more days of action in the round-robin league stage. But you know what? We have been talking to players. We've seen how the teams are performing. सबके लिए हर match do or die हो चुका है. Nobody wants to lose right now, and I think that is relevant to both Mumbai and Chennai, especially Chennai, who are fighting to stay alive in the tournament.
Well, Mumbai really have everything put up in this game, and of course we have a look at the fixtures out there. Dubai taking on New York. We did see that as a surprise. So did we in that second game. This one for Chennai, I think a lot of stakes are high for Chennai more than Mumbai, of course, because Mumbai, they have a good side. The performance has been there, but Chennai now really have to have the ante. Of course, further we have Dubai taking on the mammoth Delhi, and of course Kolkata and Sydney.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the first 2 games, New York and London won those and gave a lifeline to Chennai. From that aspect, you can just say that Chennai will be going for it. But nobody has predicted that. Sorry, Chennai.
Well, we did, of course, get a few correct. I mean, I don't know what's happening, but then again, Lucifer, 2 from 2 so far. I think now third one, well, either we have a chance to go all correct or all wrong. I hope we get a few greens while we go forward. But then, of course, Mumbai do have that certain weightage, isn't it? I mean, knowing the fact that they have performed really well in this contest, at least till now.
जी हाँ, मुंबई के बारे में अगर बात करें, ये एक ऐसी टीम है जिसने एक बार 4 मुकाबले लगातार जीते थे. They were top of the table for a couple of days as well. और वहीं चेन्नई की बात करें, ये एक ऐसी टीम है जिसने 5 लगातार मुकाबले हारे हैं. तो अगर पूरी टूर्नामेंट पे नजर डालें तो रिवर्स फॉर्च्यून्स रहे हैं. बट अगर करंट फॉर्म की बात करें, केवल पिछले 3 मुकाबलों की बात करें, तो मुंबई भी 2 मुकाबले हारी है, चेन्नई भी अपने 2 मुकाबले हारी है. सो काइंड ऑफ एन इक्वल पेगिंग, and it's going to be a very, very intense game.
Yes, of course. Then you talk about the sides. Mumbai Grizzlies, remember, they lost that game against Dubai by 2 wickets and also won that game against London eventually before it. And then Chennai on the other side, we have a look at the Mumbai Grizzlies, of course, roster first there. PK, Davinder, Sarjan, 3 very crucial players. Davinder now has eventually stepped up for his team.
Yeah, the most important 3 players, the top 3 players for any team in the competition. क्योंकि इन तीनों के रन जो हैं 140 प्लस है, 140, 140, 160 प्लस. लेकिन आप बाकी तीनों की बात करें तो 66, 7 और 15. तो just from a batting perspective, the top 3 have been carrying this team. ज़्यादा डिपेंडेंसी है और यही डिपेंडेंसी जो है चेन्नई को आज तोड़नी पड़ेगी.
Then, of course, they will want their brutes to fire. Talking about brute, of course, on the other side, Manoj there, who, well, has had a mixed bag so far, really. If he can come out strong from that, jinx which he's having, I think he can do pretty much well. Anurag is also a very key out there, but Surjit, talk about him because he's been so crucial, Chetan.
Yeah, he's picked up 5 wickets, 108 runs for him as well. Anil and Ajay, very, very crucial. उन दोनों ने 7 विकेट लिए हैं. लेकिन यहाँ पे अगर हम स्टैटिस्टिक्स की ही सिर्फ बात करें तो जो मुकाबला है वो बराबरी का होने वाला है, क्योंकि मुंबई की बॉलिंग जो है वो भी थोड़ी डाउन कर्व पे चली गई है. चेन्नई की बॉलिंग वहीं पर है जहां पे मुंबई की बॉलिंग चली गई है. तो ये बराबरी का मुकाबला ज़रूर होने वाला है.
हम देखेंगे ज़रूर ये बराबरी का मुकाबला होता है नहीं. बट ऑफ कोर्स बिफोर वी गो फॉरवर्ड, if you know, yesterday there was one individual who completely changed the face of our Delhi bat, Bishwas. What if I have to tell you now, this man was an absolute reverse, or rather a reserve player who was called up later to fill in a spot, and then this man made a gold out of what he got. Let's have a look at what Bishwas had to say.
Hello, me Somodipta Vishwas from Chandanagar, West Bengal. Now I'm a student. तो मेरा अभी ग्रेजुएशन चल रहा है. 23 के बीच तक तो मैं RC20 ही खेला. तो जब GPL आया तो GPL के रजिस्ट्रेशन किया और RC22 तभी मैं खेलना स्टार्ट किया था. आफ्टर ड्राफ्ट मैं रिजर्व में गया था दिल्ली का. तो रविकांत बोल के एक प्लेयर था जो नहीं आए, उसके जगह मेरा चांस हुआ बाद में. फर्स्ट 2 मैच मेरा फॉर्म खराब गया तो ड्रॉप हो गया 0 पे. कल तीनों रिकॉर्ड हमारी टीम से ही बना. एक ओवर में सबसे हाईएस्ट रन 32 जो मैंने मारा था कल, और इंडिविजुअली हाईएस्ट स्कोर जो 67 है 18 बॉल पे वो भी मेरा है. और टीम का हाईएस्ट स्कोर जो हम लोग का दिल्ली सेक्शन टीम 89 फॉर 5th ओवर में। तो मेरा अभी हाईएस्ट स्कोर में हाईएस्ट सिक्सेस में भी फर्स्ट है मेरा नेम, और हाईएस्ट स्कोर में भी मेरा फर्स्ट ही बैंड मिला कल मेरे को इधर तक आने के लिए मेरा घर वालों में बहुत सपोर्ट किया। और बाकी है टीममेट्स तो हर टाइम मेरे को मोटिवेट करता है। एज अ टीम मैनेजर राहुल बेड़ा भाई, वो हर टाइम हम लोग को मोटिवेट करता है। मेरे लिए वो मतलब बेस्ट टीम मैनेजर है। इस जगह पे आने के लिए मैं GEPL मैनेजमेंट को थैंक्स कहना चाहती हूँ, और बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया करना चाहती हूँ GEPL को और रियल क्रिकेट 22 को। আমাদের ম্যাচ প্রত্যেক দিন আপনারা দেখতে পাবেন রোজ 5টার সময় জিও সিনেমা और स्पोर्ट्स 18 चैनल।
और ज़िंदगी में हमेशा उतार चढ़ाव आते ही रहते हैं। कभी किसी का बुरा वक्त आता है तो वो किसी और के लिए अच्छा वक्त बन जाता है, लेकिन जो भी अपॉर्चुनिटी आती है उसको ग्रैब करना ज़रूरी होता है, और शायद यही हम सीखते हैं सौम्यदीप्ता विश्वास से।
Absolutely. Well, we'll have a look at the players to watch out for in this game, getting back to it, because it becomes very important for Chennai now. Anurag, it is again pretty much the same, because PK, if he can fire today, can take it apart.
Yeah, I mean, they perform different roles. PK is the brute player, Anurag is the radical player. लेकिन आप देखिए strike rate का difference है. Obviously, the brute player has the more strike rate, ज़्यादा power, ज़्यादा hitting, ज़्यादा timing, and the margin of error is a little less. लेकिन यहाँ पे जो बड़ा डिफरेंस है कि किस तरीके से उन्होंने 4s और 6s लगाए हैं। 4s देखिए आप, 24 to 11 4s compared to Anurag. So Anurag probably likes to maneuver the field a lot more than PK, who tries to utilize the power play. And I think that is where the battle lies. किस तरीके से PK पावर प्ले को यूज़ कर पाएंगे, और किस तरीके से अनुराग जो है पावर प्ले के बाद वो फील्ड को मनूवर कर पाएंगे।
Well, I did have a word with Davinder earlier on in the day, and he said that, there have been certain things which have not been working out, but they're trying and testing a lot of new things. I think this has to be applauded for the fact that they're not really worrying about the fact it is a crucial game for them, but it's like, it's go gung-ho when you're out there, and eventually if the result comes in your favor, it is 2 points in your favor. But for now, we are ready for the toss. Let's go down to our umpire, who's there, of course, with a host, with the captains.
वेलकम बैक लेडीज एंड जेंटलमैन, थैंक यू सो मच एनालिस्ट। हम वापस आ चुके हैं डे नंबर 9 के मैच नंबर 3 में। वील सी व्हाट्स गोना हैपन, बट उससे पहले हम टीम्स को बुलाएंगे, एंड द फर्स्ट टीम इज गोना बी मुंबई ग्रिजलीज, एंड उनके सामने जो आने वाली दूसरी टीम रहने वाले चेन्नई वुल्व्स। जोरदार तालियों के साथ दोनों को स्वागत कीजिए।
The mania's here. Maniacs wanted.
अब आगे कुछ भी हो सकता है।
निकर और टी-शर्ट पहन के आया साइकिल, लोन लगा के फोन बता दे सबको बच के। All flights to remain grounded. चारों गाड़ी जिद कर देगी।
जो खुद की सुनते हैं दुनिया उनकी सुनती है। लेंस का आकड़ है,
लेकिन ये पाइप चलेगा।
फिनोलेक्स पाइप्स, पीढ़ियां बदलेंगी, पाइप नहीं।
टीम्स तो आ चुकी है, बट टाइम है कैप्टन्स को भी बुलाने का, उसके बाद टॉस शुरू करने का। तो मुंबई के तरफ से दविंदर सिंह, एंड यहाँ पे सुरजीत फ्रॉम चेन्नई वुल्व्स। सुरजीत आपसे बात करते हैं, जैसे हमने अभी पिछले टीम को भी देखा, मैंने वैसे ही सवाल पूछना है आपसे भी। तो आपके टीम में ना अगर कोई बात नहीं सुनता है, जितना भी बोलो, कौन है वो?
कोई भी नहीं है,
सब सुनते हैं,
सभी सुनते हैं,
सब अच्छे बच्चे हैं,
सब अच्छे बच्चे हैं भाई।
अरे वाह, ऐसे टीम मिलना चाहिए चेन्नई में, सब सुनने वाले हैं। यहाँ पे पूछते हैं दविंदर से। दविंदर पाजी, आपके टीम में कौन नहीं सुनता है? उठते नहीं है या खेलते नहीं है, क्या मिलन नहीं करते क्या?
नहीं कोई नहीं करता, सारे सही।
सब मिलन को देख रहे थे।
हमारे टीम के मैनेजर भी बहुत अच्छे हैं, मतलब वो कभी भी मैच हारते ऐसे मतलब डिमोटिवेट मतलब हो जाते हैं ना प्लेयर, तो वो अच्छे से समझाते हैं, तो मतलब सही है सब।
ये मैं ना सारे टीम के मैनेजर्स को एक बार जोरदार तालियां देना चाहूंगा, क्योंकि आई थिंक सारे टीम के मैनेजर्स बेहतरीन काम कर रही है। टीम जीत रही है, हार रही है, सबका जो आई वुड से कॉन्फिडेंस है ना, उसको नीचे जाने के लिए मौका नहीं दे रहे। सुरजीत, मैं आपसे भी वही पूछना चाहता हूँ, आपके मैनेजर कितना क्रूशियल थे आपके लिए?
मैनेजर हमारी पूरी टीम मतलब कि इतनी बेस्ट है कि ना, अगर मुझे ये पॉइंट्स टेबल के ऊपर नहीं मैं जा रहा, लेकिन मुझे दोबारा चेन्नई में सेम प्लेयर्स के साथ खेलने का मौका मिले तो मैं इनके साथ ही खेलना पसंद करूंगा। ऑल आर वेरी मच सपोर्टिंग।
दिस इज वंडरफुल। एंड ये देखिए, लगातार इन्होंने गेम्स हारा है, बट टीम के साथ जो विश्वास है ना, वो ये रख के चल रहा है। रियली गुड टू सी दैट।
बाकी टीम्स ना अगर 2-2 मैच भी हार जाती है ना, तो उनके मैं डगआउट्स का वो माहौल देख के मैं जज कर लेता हूँ कि क्या इनके ऊपर बीत रही है। लेकिन ये लोग मैच हारने के बाद भी ना ऐसा बोलेंगे, भाई अपने पास इतने मैच बचे हैं, अपन ये करेंगे, रात में जाके वो करेंगे, हमेशा एक्साइटेड रहते हैं यार।
दिस इज वंडरफुल टू सी। आई थिंक यही कॉन्फिडेंस दोनों साइड से रहना चाहिए, एंड इसी कॉन्फिडेंस को आगे बढ़ाने के लिए गेम के अंदर हमारे जो स्वैग अंपायर है उनको बुलाते हैं स्टेज पे। अरे तालियां तो मारो हमारे अंपायर के लिए, तभी आएंगे वो। तो टॉस कौन कॉल करेगा? सुरजीत विल बी कॉलिंग फ्रॉम द साइड ऑफ चेन्नई वुल्व्स। दिस इज द कॉल, इट इज टेल्स। टॉस यहाँ पे जीतती हुई मुंबई ग्रिजलीज। दविंदर क्या चूज करेंगे? बॉलिंग। ओके, मुंबई ग्रिजलीज चूज बॉलिंग फर्स्ट। तो मैं आपसे पूछना चाहूंगा स्ट्रैटेजी क्या रहेगा? चेन्नई वुल्व्स देखिए लगातार हार रही जरूर है, बट मैंने इससे पहले पूछा था, लाइक हम तैयारी करके आए बट ज्यादा सोचे नहीं है, वी आर रेडी। तो आपको भी पता है ये कुछ भी कर सकते हैं। अनुराग भी है जिनके साथ आपने बहुत खेला है, तो आपका प्लान क्या है इनके अगेंस्ट बॉलिंग में?
क्योंकि इनके साथ लास्ट मैच में भी हमारी बॉलिंग थी, हमने इनको 44 पे आई थिंक रोक दिया था।
यस एग्जैक्टली।
अभी ट्राई करेंगे 60 के नीचे भी, मतलब 50 के आसपास रोक लिया तो हो जाएगा।
डन, देखेंगे कि
सेम
स्ट्रैटेजी लास्ट टाइम भी जीता था, इस बार भी जीतना चाहते हैं। वंडरफुल कमिंग थ्रू। यहाँ पे सुरजीत, आपको फर्स्ट बैटिंग करने के लिए फोर्स किया गया है बिकॉज दे वन द टॉस, बट व्हाट विल बी योर प्लान? हम देख रहे थे बॉलर्स को तैयारी कर रहे थे आप, बट अभी एक्शन चेंज करना पड़ेगा बैटिंग के साथ। वो तो रोकना चाहते हैं आपको, बट व्हाट डू यू थिंक?
चेंज करने की जरूरत नहीं, हम पहले से ही है, क्योंकि हम लास्ट 3-4 दिन से देख रहे हैं ना, 3-4 मैचेस से एक्चुअली दिल्ली ने जैसा परफॉर्म किया, आउट परफॉर्म किया, जब खोने को कुछ नहीं होता फिर बैटिंग फर्स्ट इज द बेस्ट ऑप्शन आई थिंक।
यस, यू हैव एवरीथिंग राइट नाउ, विन इट और इन इट, है ना? तो अभी टीम का स्पिरिट वो एक बार मैं पूछना चाहता हूँ। लगातार लॉस
स्पिरिट मैंने बताया भाई, अगर कोई टीम 8 की 8 टीम है, सभी को ट्रॉफी जीतनी है।
यस,
ठीक है, अगर 8 की 8 टीम 0 गलतियां करे, एक भी गलती ना करे, तो भी 8 की 8 टीमें टॉप पे नहीं रह सकती हैं।
करेक्ट,
इट इज बेस्ड ऑन लक, नथिंग एल्स।
करेक्ट। देखिए क्रिकेट ऐसा ही एक गेम है, स्पेशली ये जो GPL का फॉर्मेट है, सबको एक ऐसा मौका दे चुकी है कि आप जीत भी सकते हो, हार भी सकते हो, बट सबको ये पता है कि मैं सारे प्लेयर्स को, इनको भी तालियां देना चाहूंगा, दे आर वन ऑफ द बेस्ट सो फार दैट वी हैव सीन। तो एक बार तालियां हमारे प्लेयर्स के लिए, बट आप भी हाथ मिला लीजिए कि मैच शुरू होने का टाइम आ चुका है। This match is day number 9, match number 3, and this is very crucial for Chennai. देखेंगे क्या वो जीतेंगी नहीं, इससे पहले जाएंगे हमारे एनालिस्ट के पास।
Thank you, Sam. Of course, the news from the center, Mumbai winning the toss and choosing to bowl. Now, Chennai, what are the options for them, knowing the fact that, they've lost the toss? And, I mean, the story with the toss doesn't seem so good for the Chennai side, but then can they do something different here?
Yeah, they can. They can just go out and bat like Delhi Sharks do, just score, not be afraid. लेकिन मुंबई पिछले कुछ मैचेस में उन्होंने पहले बैटिंग की है, वो उनके लिए ठीक नहीं रहा था. So maybe this is a turn around for Mumbai as well. We'll have to see.
Right, quick, before we go, the first was for Chennai. How many runs do you see being scored?
They have to get 30 runs. I mean, they have to get that kind of a start.
Then, of course, Chetan has spoken. Let's go down to our casters. Our usual suspects, Floki and Cripps, are calling the game.
All new Pulsar Mania is here. most wanted.
Lenskart. Download the app or visit your nearest store.
लेकिन ये पाइप चलेगा।
फिनोलेक्स पाइप्स, पीढ़ियां बदलेंगी, पाइप नहीं।
लेडीज एंड जेंटलमैन, देवी और सज्जनों और हमारे सारे दर्शकों का एक बार फिर से स्वागत है ग्लोबल ई क्रिकेट प्रीमियर लीग में। मैं हूं फ्लो की, मेरे साथ है क्रिप्स और हम दिन के तीसरे मैच पे आ चुके हैं जो खेला जाएगा मुंबई ग्रिजलीज और चेन्नई वुल्व्स के बीच में। Crips, Chennai Wolves, they haven't had the best of times over here. But what do you think? Do you think that gives them some sense of freedom maybe to play the way they want to? Because at this point, no?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. They are desperate for a win. मतलब उनको सारे meta strats use करने पड़ेंगे, सारे effective चीज़ें जो अब तक teams ने use किए हैं, उस पे ही stick करना पड़ेगा. They can't afford to do something risky. They can't afford to play in an out of the unorthodox way, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, that's my way of thinking.
I see. I mean, what I think is that the Chennai Wolves should just smash it out. You know, just don't care, go in.
Exactly.
You know, you're at the bottom of the table anyway.
Yeah.
What do you have to lose now?
Exactly.
Right?
I mean, I wish my brain worked like that. I wish I was as bold and adventurous as you. But if the Chennai Wolves share your spirit, then we have a match on our hands. It's going to be fun.
We certainly will, but that remains to be seen because the Wolves, they've had some weird performances. But again, the Grizzlies haven't had the best of times either, so both teams on a bit of, well, an even keel here when it comes to that. Manoj and Anil going to be opening things up here for the Chennai Wolves. One brute, one radical, like always. No interesting switch-ups coming through, and Swapnil starting things off here for the Mumbai Grizzlies. That is what the starting was looking for as the Chennai Wolves open up with a 4.
Chennai Wolves, often the kind of team that starts strong but then stumble very, very quickly. Yeah, once they have a little mishap, they just cannot recover. That stumble turns into a fall and then it turns into a face plant on the ground. You need to avoid stuff like that today.
I think Chennai Wolves is a strong team, but their biggest issue has always been just trying not to get too ahead of themselves. You know, they try to be a bit too aggressive, and that is where they end up throwing those matches away. Although with that, it looks like the fielder is going to be there in time again, just completely legging it. So yeah, no boundaries conceded, but still 2 runs found. So the Chennai Wolves off to a decent start, but Swapnil, I think he is going to try and take some wickets here, at least be a bit more aggressive, because he does want to dispatch of Manoj. Manoj is a dangerous batsman if he's left on the field, but yeah, he's hadn't had the best of times over here. Well, if at first it doesn't work, try again till he succeed. That seems to be the motto here for Manoj.
Exactly. Swapnil over here facing the same boundary once again, even though he bowled a different kind of ball.
Yeah.
He threw it well outside the off stump. It did not even spin as much as the previous one. But yet, Manish steps to the side and scoops it backwards. Milan now advising Swapnil about what to do. If Manoj tries to play into the same shot again, it might be a little disastrous. Look at the position of the infielders now.
Oh, no way, no way. Third time, okay. There it is. Manoj is like, okay, well, you know what? If it's not broke, why change it? Why fix it?
Exactly. जो चल रहा है वो चलने दो, जैसे जीत रहे हैं वैसे जीतने दो. And इस बार तो मुंबई ने तो अपना fielding setup भी बदला था. They placed 2 more fielders towards third man and square, लेकिन इस बार ball जाएगा सीधा third man की तरफ.
Yeah.
And look at the amount of slips they've got. There's 2 keepers behind the wicket keeper as well.
Yeah. I mean, those those fielders, they're certainly going to prevent those types of scoops from going through and catch it if that opportunity does arise. But it comes at the cost of leaving, well, you know, the point area and the square leg somewhat open. So we'll see if Manoj exploits that. Does try to go for it, but unfortunately not enough power behind that ball. But an unnecessary dive coming through. Well, nonetheless, the Chennai have found a respectable number of runs here in the first over, scoring 18. And that is a high total. Good batting by Manoj.
Good batting so far. Manoj keeping it consistent. Even Anil chiming in with a triple of his own. But now we have Abhishek on the pitch. This man can throw a googly or two. He can definitely change up the spinning patterns, and that should bamboozle the batsman. But Anil plays it safe. He knows that Abhishek loves to vary the length of his ball. And this time, since it's almost a Yorker length, he will just go for a side stroke. Pack it towards square leg, redirect the momentum, that's all. No need to go for the heavy shots.
The Chennai Wolves, I mean, they've already done really well here in the first over, but looks like they're eager to smash that ball. Lucky for Anil, that ball was not in line with the stumps, otherwise that could have gone a lot differently here. Abhishek has definitely been one of the more flashier bowlers here for the Grizzlies. Let's see if he can change things up here.
You can see the varying lengths of the ball. This time good length, going for an off spin, which does impact the stumps in line, unlike the previous ball. So Abhishek does bring a lot of variety to the table.
Yeah.
My question is, when is he going to go for that trap play? They've got the two slips behind the batsman still available, so maybe they can try for a chip. No, it's a direct hit.
Who needs strings? Not this man for sure. Lulled into the false sense of security, thinking that, okay, again, the ball is not going to be in line with the stumps, but this time the batsman guesses incorrectly. And he's taken out. Manoj off the field, the brute dispatched in brutal fashion. Abhishek, no mercy whatsoever. And that's going to be the second radical batsman stepping onto the pitch.
Yeah, but Abhishek, he doesn't just need to be brutal, he needs to redeem himself. Not that he's done anything that requires redeeming, but still, he needs to be the messiah for the Mumbai Grizzlies over here. One of the most consistent bowlers. Has to deliver even more.
Okay, well,
not this time.
Is not what he wanted. That's going to be a 6 here to the side of the Wolves, as this is what we were talking about. They need to let go of the shackles of the past. Come at this with a new, fresh perspective. And that is going to prop them right back up here. One more ball remaining in the power play. Well, let's see what they can do with it. Again, smashed through. Will it be found by the fielder? Looks like he will be able to at least stop the boundary from coming through. He does succeed at that, but still, I believe that might just be 3 runs found here for the side of the Chennai Wolves.
Abhishek does get a wicket, but he's also relinquished 31 runs at the end of the power play. I would say for the Chennai Wolves, this is worth it. Absolutely worth it. They still have plenty of more balls to go, more wickets at their disposal, but they need to survive the Chhatrapati spell. Abhishek and Chhatrapati, two of the deadliest bowlers on this team, have built up quite a reputation for themselves.
Oh yeah.
Chhatrapati might not have any records to show for it, but he is there all the time. It's the consistency that speaks more than the high numbers.
Oh yeah. I mean, 31 runs found here in the first 2 overs. And if you told someone a couple of days ago that there's still 3 remaining, they wouldn't believe you. But it seems like the tables have turned. We've come full circle here in the GEPL. The first day we had a lot of high-scoring games. Today seems to be a repetition of just that. As all 3 games, I believe we've had, one of the highest score lines here. Well, let's see if Chhatrapati has something to say about that. That one will be flicked across. The second run attempted. Ooh, did take the bells off, but I think the batsman was safe.
Yeah, that was close. Indeed, that was close. And imagine if that happened to Anurag. Imagine if Anurag went down to Chhatrapati. He's the man who Chennai Wolves rely upon quite a lot. The highest scorer of the team must prove why he is there at the top.
Well, that's going to be another 2 runs here for the Chennai Wolves. Again, consistency seems to be the name of the game. They don't really want to go for those boundaries yet. They know that Chhatrapati is a dangerous bowler and they will respect that. They're going to take it easy, build off the momentum they acquired in the first 2 overs. But right when you start saying that, right when you start thinking that Chennai Wolves are not going to be aggressive, they prove you wrong. And how? Another boundary coming through here for the Wolves, and that is indeed a showstopper for.
We used to say that Anurag is the more dangerous player on this team, but lately, even Manoj has been stepping up. Now, unfortunately, he may not be able to get as many runs today, but these boundaries are consistent and they can still change the tide of this game.
Yeah. Well, that's going to be second last ball of the over here. Chhatrapati hasn't found a wicket just yet, but see if that changes now. Ooh! Close. Really, really close there. Clever bowling coming out from Chhatrapati once again. But he will keep the Chennai Wolves a little humble.
Manoj and Anurag, though, they're playing really consistently. Strike rate's about 200. For Anurag, it's almost 300. And keep in mind that both Manoj and Anurag, they've got 157 and 142 runs in the tournament respectively. So if they can score like 30-something each, they both will be crossing the 200 mark if Chennai survive today and are continuing to play in the tournament.
Yeah, and that's a start. That's something to build off of. Some personal records should give the Chennai Wolves their confidence back. Confidence that they have lost over the past week here at the GEPL.
Very late.
But that does not look promising. Oh, wait, Manoj is still on the field here for the Chennai Wolves. Okay.
Yeah, maybe Milan can dispatch him. The fast bowler for the Mumbai Grizzlies. He's got 5 wickets to his name so far. Maybe this can be the 6th. It's up in the air. But I don't think the fielder can get that. Yes, he can actually.
Oh, Chhatrapati, he actually celebrated. He knew that was going to be a catch. Had complete faith in Milan's bowling. And I have to say that is a lot of faith shown in his teammates. As now Manoj will be taken off the field.
Finally, the heavy striker out for the Chennai Wolves, but they still have plenty more reliable people to send to the field.
Yeah,
here comes the captain.
In the gas tank.
Here comes the captain, Surjit. And he's got a decent enough striking rate of 196.
Oh boy, is that going to be a 6? Yes, it is. Beautiful shot coming through here. Anurag back to his winning ways. Nonchalant confidence, very apparent in his demeanor and his stoic expressions.
His score getting cleaner, his demeanor's getting meaner, money probably greener if he wins and survives today.
Yeah.
Here comes Milan yet again. It's been slightly inconsistent for him. A wicket followed by a 6. Those are two extremes that a bowler doesn't want to be on the end zone. Probably on the wicket end, yes, of course, but
yeah,
not so much towards the boundary end.
Certainly, and I have to say, has been an interesting over here for the Chennai Wolves.
You can tell how worried they are. Even their social media managers and the support staff is just standing over there expressionless.
Peaks and valleys, peaks and valleys. That seems to be the name of the game. But oh boy, this one's going to be a valley, not a peak. As Milan finds yet another wicket.
Chhatrapati was celebrating early yet again. I guess you can just tell by their expressions how animated they are, and every time they manage to time the catch perfectly, landed in the green zone, their fists go up in the air, their smiles get broader, eyes lighten up.
And I have to say, Milan, he has been terrific here for the Mumbai Grizzlies. You know, he's been one of the quieter players. He was not always the flashiest, but today he's really stepped up here. He doesn't just want to be consistent, he also wants to be the guy who takes the team across the finishing line.
Yeah.
Well, a very successful over here for Milan. 8 runs given, 2 wickets found. Chennai's momentum has been stumped.
We did see a stumping today. That was quite funny in the previous game. Although I must say that Milan had a bit of a poker face. He was a little more serious in the previous over. It was Chhatrapati who was celebrating, being more animated. And that's good. You need someone that supportive next to you. Now the captain comes to play. Davinder. At one point he was ranked the #1 player of the league, but so far he hasn't lived up to his expectations.
Yep. He's certainly looking to redeem himself. But again, it seems like Davinder is a changed man. He used to be the guy with the most individual accolades. Now he seems to be focusing more on the team, although that really hasn't worked out yet for the Grizzlies. They haven't been the top dog as one would expect. And oh, that is clearly not where the Wolves intended to hit the ball, but nonetheless, they at least get one.
That's the risk of playing a Yorker ball. If it just slides under your bat and you miss it, there's a very good chance for a catch out. Or even a bowl, depending on where the impact of the line is. This time the ball just hit the bottom of Simha's bat. I mean, sorry, Anurag's bat, and just slid backwards.
Yeah, Anurag, he's found 30 runs off of 13 balls, maintaining an average of, well, slightly over 3 runs per delivery. So really good batting coming out from him. Individually, his performance leaves nothing to be desired, not in the first innings, but yeah, as a collective, the Wolves haven't had the best of times. Bottom of the table is not where you want to be. Oh, that's a loud appeal for an LBW, but the umpire disagrees. Says no, certainly not. Not from where I'm standing, not from my perspective. And Anurag will continue to play.
Anurag continues to play. The threat still persistent over there.
Oh yeah.
Clear and present danger.
You can start to see the tension here. Both the players' faces. And Anurag, well, he's done playing it safe now. Does smash the ball across, but just didn't have enough power in it, so only 2 runs found. And Chennai Wolves, they will try and cross at least the 55 mark. That's what they're hoping for, but a 6 could put them over 60. And that would be the dream, but it's going to have to take, well, a goof up of epic proportions from the winner.
Or perhaps the biggest instance of manifestation by Chennai.
Yeah.
If you believe in that stuff.
Well, let's see if Chennai believe in it. Oh, it's a good shot, but it might just be caught by the fielder. Yes, it is. The Chennai Wolves will have to make do with 55 runs only. Final ball of the first innings, and it's an out. A length cut out. Anurag, well, he's going to walk off the pitch one way or another, decides to go out swinging.
And that too a straight drive, something that Anurag doesn't often attempt. In fact, nobody on Chennai really attempts those kind of shots, but he says, why not? One last ball, one last hurrah, and since it's almost Yorker length, borderline full length, it is quite safe for him to play on the front foot and go for that full strike.
All new Pulsar Mania is here. Maniacs wanted. Lenskart. Download the app.
लेकिन ये पाइप चलेगा.
Finolex pipes. पीढ़ियां बदलेंगी, पाइप नहीं.
Well, that's going to mark the beginning of the second innings here. The Grizzlies, they have 56 runs to score off of 30 balls. A very doable target here.
It is quite interesting. They usually send PK to open. And now while he is present, the captain, Davinder himself, is coming on to play. Usually it's Sachinpreet who comes to strike first. But why not? Why shouldn't the captain open up the innings with a boundary?
Oh, yeah. Davinder didn't really attempt to try and put a lot of power behind that swing, but nonetheless, it was a beautiful stroke coming through. Somehow threading the needle, and that's what you need to do in the power play overs. Either over the fielder's heads or between the fielders. Ooh, tight fielding here from Chennai. As even that one looked like it could have been a whole lot messier, but nonetheless, Ajay, let's see if he's going to be able to apply some pressure here. Taking away these wickets is really going to enable Chennai to set up a tough match here against the Mumbai Grizzlies, but it remains to be seen. Okay, good shot coming through over the fielder's head, who's protecting the mid-wicket. But even he cannot look after that one, as that's going to be a showstopper 4.
Powerful shot, powered by the Pulsar NS125. Almost as powerful as the bike itself. Almost, yeah. Pulsar is quite strong, quite powerful that way. You should hear it rev in this closed auditorium. It sounds amazing.
Yeah, I haven't heard it rev, but I've certainly heard it honk today.
The man who did the honking is sitting right in front of us, although he's hesitant to make eye contact. I don't think he realizes we're talking about him.
That's all right, but nonetheless, it seems like the Chennai Wolves are also a little unaware at the moment of what they need to achieve here in this first over, or are they? Well, it certainly doesn't seem like they are after this one, because that's going to be a wicket. A beautiful lens cut out here.
Great spin over there. Since it's an off spin, the ball doesn't impact the edge of the bat or the center of the bat. It goes towards the top, which significantly reduces the power needed to clear the fielders. And that results in a direct catch.
Oh, yeah.
PK has been having a rough patch since the last few matches. Hasn't really been able to perform the way he really wants to. But as a saving grace, I'm glad to see that Mumbai doesn't really rely on him all that much anymore.
Yeah, not anymore. I mean, Chhatrapati, Davinder, Milan, they've all been stepping up here. Even though they're yet to find their first win, they can certainly carry the team if need be. And you can see that's another 4 here. Davinder.
Look at how far ahead he came outside the crease to attempt that shot.
Yeah.
Advancing ahead, striking it towards mid-wicket. That's a standard pull shot, but we don't see a lot of that. At least not with the advanced variation.
Oh, yeah. Really good control of the bat. Making sure that he threads the needle. And might not go high, it might not go over, but it certainly goes between and it finds the boundary. Simha, not the way he was looking to... well, actually not Simha, it was not him who bowled that one. But nonetheless, he will start off things strong. Ajay was the one who bowled that previous one. So, yeah, not the note he wanted to end on, but that's quite all right. And again, the Mumbai Grizzlies, this is shaping up to be a solid power play over for them, even if they just find 2s in this one. They're standing at 29 runs. That's still a really good number.
At the end of the power play, yeah, 30 runs. That puts you square in the region where Chennai Wolves were at the end of their own power play.
Yep.
Although Chennai Wolves, yeah, they really had a massive problem towards the 4th over. And I hope Mumbai doesn't run into something similar.
Oh, the intent was clear right when he stepped aside. Leaves the stump open, connects with the end of the bat, giving the ball the maximum amount of power to cross the boundary.
I must say, this is very uncharacteristic of Davinder. He doesn't usually take these kind of risks, but today he's just smashing it. He's actually behaving like the #1 player. Another powerful Pulsar 6.
Well, Davinder starting to look like he's finding his rhythm now, but again has to be careful. The closer you get to the sun, the more dangerous it gets. Daedalus learned that the hard way. As well, that's going to be another 4 here. Their wings haven't melted off just yet. Daedalus, he saw his son Icarus fly too close to the sun. He warned him against it, and he fell to the ground, but...
I thought you're confusing Daedalus with Icarus.
No, Daedalus was the smith who made the wings, and Icarus was his son who wanted to try those wings.
Ah, yeah. So I knew about the story of Icarus, but not Daedalus.
Yeah, now you do.
So not only do we teach everyone on JioCinema all of this, but you're also teaching me now. Interesting stuff.
You're welcome, all without a degree. I'm a man who, well, let's just say, I don't know what I'm capable of.
Ah, sometimes your own genius, your own intellect surprises you.
It frightens me.
It frightens you. Okay, I don't want to know what's inside your head. I definitely want to know what's inside Davinder's head, though.
Yeah, he certainly seemed to have embodied the spirit of a brute. He's really stepped up here today. And as you said, he's living up to his reputation now. Davinder says, enough is enough. My shoulders are broad. My bench press is strong. I can carry you guys just fine by myself.
Exactly. He can indeed carry. In fact, he just got his first 6 of the entire tournament. Can you believe it?
Oh, okay. That's insane. I actually did not think about that. That is Yeah, I probably would have gotten a 6, but now you do mention it, I do not remember Davinder hitting a 6.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's hit plenty of them in the qualifier, but not even a single one in the league stage.
Well, it seemed like Davinder was taking time off to polish his bowling, which he did, but now he's going back to his old ways with the batting as well. So, becoming the all-rounder his team needs. Oh, it's a beautiful shot too. No way, the fielder's getting that one. That is going to be another 6. The umpire also happy to announce that. It is indeed a Pulsarius 125 showstopper 6.
And Davinder really showing up today.
Oh
Another one.
my God, what on earth are we watching? That's going to be a 4.
What is happening to Davinder? Seems like he's woken up from his deep slumber. Kumbkaran जाग गए हैं.
Oh yeah. बहुत ही ताकत के साथ यहाँ पे
Again?
बल्ले को घुमाते हुए वापस से एक shot.
And it's a 6.
And Davinder, oh this man, he must be striking fear into the hearts of his opponents right now. As everyone is watching, the Apes, the Vipers, the Hawks, they're all looking at him and thinking to themselves, I just hope we don't face the Mumbai Grizzlies anytime soon.
Imagine not scoring a single 6 for 10 matches straight, and then uske baad एक ही मैच में Davinder ने 3 छक्के लगा दिए.
Oh, Davinder's not stopping yet, but I think he'll be forced to. The Chennai Wolves will finally get his number, but I do not think that that's the pace of a man who has any regrets. Davinder, I wish you could have a look at him, folks. He was still getting up, giving high fives all around. He knows what he has achieved. He's lived up to his fearsome reputation.
Living up to his name, living up to his reputation.
Yep. And is that a faint smile I see on Milan's face? I think this is the first time that man has not looked tense. You know, he's someone who used to always remain cool and calm under the pressure, but I wouldn't say he looked optimistic. Today, he seems to be smiling.
I can't say the same about Anurag though. A lot of pressure on his shoulders as he comes to ball.
Man, this is so unfair of him. After the way he batted, he now also has to bowl if he wants to win this game.
I know, right? And this match is going to be yet another one with ends before the 4th over can be seen. We already saw a game today ending in 2.4 overs.
Yeah, you'd assume this was the power play looking at the field, but that is not the case. As, well, there do not exist other ways of dispatching batsmen, but if this were real cricket, then that would be a knockout. And I do not think that's in the rule book. I believe that's reserved for a different sport.
Ah.
Yeah, the one that does not require the use of objects. And well, 3 runs eaten off of 11 balls. This is not the statistic you want to see if you're a Worlds fan. And there it is, Milan. Oh, he's up, he's celebrating, he's banging the table. And such a feat is on his feet too. The Grizzlies have woken up from hibernation. They see the wolf back and they shred them to pieces. The Grizzlies are here to play.
Registering their 6th win of the tournament so far. This should keep them in contention for the top 4. But will they be able to make it to the playoffs? We will find out after a short break because there's plenty of more matches left for the day. Don't go anywhere.
Mania is here. Maniacs wanted.
Lenskart. Download the app now.
लेकिन ये पाइप चलेगा.
फिनोलेक्स पाइप्स पीढ़ियां बदलेंगी, पाइप नहीं.
क्या ही बेहतरीन जीत देखने के लिए मौका मिला मुंबई ग्रिजलीज के तरफ से एंड दे वर इन फॉर्म टुडे. कंग्रेचुलेशंस टू मुंबई ग्रिजलीज. एक बेहतरीन जीत मिली है इनको. एंड पहले दविंदर साहब को ही बुलाएंगे यहाँ पे स्टेज पे. आ जाइए दविंदर. एंड इनसे जितना बार भी बात कर रहे थे ना, एक बार बोलते कि अरे यार आज बॉलिंग चला बट बैटिंग नहीं चला, एक बार बोलते बॉलिंग नहीं चला एक बैटिंग नहीं चला. अब तो दोनों चल गया दविंदर पाजी.
जी बिल्कुल.
सबसे पहले थैंक्स टू अनु सर, उन्होंने कल मुझे बोला अपना ओपन करो और अपना खुल के खेलो। तो मैं नीचे कर रहा था, बैटिंग अच्छा हो नहीं रहा था, बट आज मैं खुल के खेला, अच्छा नहीं गया और जल्दी फिनिश कर दी।
अरे यार बढ़िया बढ़िया।
साजन बाजी पूरी टीम इन्होंने पूरा सपोर्ट किया, इन्होंने बोला ऊपर आके खेलो मारो,
पूरा कॉन्फिडेंस टीम के तरफ से। अरे ये देखो सज्जन पाजी बोलते हैं कि आप खुल के मारो, मैं भाई पीछे बैठा है। बट क्या ही बेहतरीन इनिंग्स, 44 रन्स इन 13 डिलीवरीज, बेहतरीन। आपकी टीम को क्या बोलना चाहेंगे? जैसे सज्जन पाजी ने बोला पूरी टीम साथ में थी, ऐसे टीम, क्योंकि आपका पोजीशन जो है ना क्वालिफाई भी हो सकता है, नहीं भी हो सकता है, बट ये विक्ट्री के साथ क्या
पूरी टीम अच्छा खेली क्योंकि हमारी बॉलिंग बहुत स्ट्रॉन्ग है। ठीक है, पावर प्ले में अच्छी बॉलिंग करते हैं। अभी मिलन भाई ने अच्छा वो निकाला, विकेट निकाले, तो प्रेशर में आ गए। टारगेट वही 60 के नीचे हुआ तो इजी हो गया ना।
सही बात है, नाइस।
पूरी टीम अच्छा खेली,
पूरी टीम अच्छी खेली। वहाँ पे दूर से इशारा कर रहे थे जब मैं स्टेज पे आने वाला था, अभिषेक को बुलाए यहाँ पे स्टेज पे, और कुछ बोलना चाहते हैं यहाँ पे।
अभिषेक काफी दिन से बोल रहा था मुझे, बाजी करो, अच्छा करो, बैटिंग 50 करो, ये करो, बट आज
दोनों हो गया। हाँ अभिषेक, आपका ही स्टेज है, बोलिए।
क्रिकेट के ग्राउंड में ला दिया बवंडर, वो और कोई नहीं, वो है अपना दविंदर। चलो ज्यादा पका के और नहीं पकाते हैं, छोड़ो, छोड़ते हैं माइक।
नहीं इधर आइए, इधर आइए। मैं एक चीज आपको आपकी पूरी टीम को करवाना पड़ेगा। वो एक चीज क्या रहेगा? जैसे अभी सागर की तरफ से मैंने पुशअप्स करवाया पूरी टीम को, पूरी टीम को आपको क्या करवाओगे? पूरी टीम को शायरी करवाए? नहीं अभिषेक सबका शायरी कर देंगे एक ही सेकंड पे। क्या करवाओगे पूरी टीम से?
गाना गवा देते हैं।
गाना? कौन बेस्ट सिंगर है? बेस्ट सिंगर कौन है टीम में? खुद है बेस्ट सिंगर। ठीक है, इनसे शुरू करते। साजन जी जोरदार तालियां साजन प्रीत के लिए। आई थिंक इन्होंने जो डेडिकेशन क्रिकेट के लिए दिखाया है, इट्स जस्ट वंडरफुल।
आज स्पेशली इधर अच्छी परफॉर्मेंस दी है, तो उनके लिए स्पेशली उनको डेडिकेट करना चाहूंगा।
कोई भी 2 लाइन हो जाएगा, काफी है 2 लाइन, या कुछ बोल भी सकते हो।
बल्ले बल्ले जट ने कराती देख ले, फिर चाहते जुड़ना जो छटे हुए ने।
यही प्यार होता है इनके टीम पे ना, पूरा भाईचारा है, सब एक दूसरे को जानते हैं। थैंक यू सो मच मुंबई ग्रिजलीज, कंग्रेचुलेशंस वंस अगेन। एक बार चेन्नई को हराया था, दोबारा आपने जरूर हराया चेन्नई। एक बार सुरजीत आप आ जाइए, जरूर आपका दिन नहीं था, बट आपने जरूर एक चीज बोला शुरू होने से पहले। कुछ भी भाई मेरा दिन की याद। हाँ
महीना ही नहीं है मेरा पूरा।
अरे नहीं आपने शुरुआत में बोला कि कुछ भी हो जाए ये टीम के साथ मैं हर वक्त रहूंगा, सीजन 2 के लिए भी देखूंगा, बट अभी भी आपके पास 3 और मैचेस बाकी है, तो उसके लिए क्या करेंगे?
अभी हमने इस साल इंग्लैंड को भी देखा है।
yes.
किसने सोचा था वो लास्ट पे रहेंगे, लास्ट बॉटम में रहेंगे, लेकिन हो जाता है। ऑफ सीजन है, फर्स्ट सीजन है, वी विल कम बैक स्ट्रॉन्गर।
एग्जैक्टली। आप भी देखिए, आपकी टीम के साथ खूब प्रैक्टिस कीजिए, 3 और गेम बाकी है। चेन्नई वुल्व्स के भी जोरदार ताले आना चाहिए, बेहतरीन इनिंग्स उन्होंने भी निकाला। But right as now we are done with match number 3 for day number 9. पोस्ट मैच सेगमेंट की तरफ जाएंगे, हमारे एनालिस्ट चेतन और रोशन तैयार है।
All new Pulsar Mania is here. Maniacs wanted.
लेकिन ये पाइप चलेगा।
फिनोलेक्स पाइप्स, पीढ़ियां बदलेंगी, पाइप नहीं।
देखिए दविंदर ने बवंडर जरूर लाया वहां पे, शानदार धमाकेदार बैटिंग शुरुआत की चौके से। चेतन
जी बिल्कुल, and you know what, we have to start with some disappointing news for Chennai, because technically they have been eliminated from the tournament. So that loss, you know, there are few teams that can get to 20, there are a couple of teams that can get to 18 points. In fact, there are 3 teams that can get to 18 points. There's a team that can get to 16, there's a team that can get to 14. Chennai at best can get to 12 points, and I'm not sure that's going to be enough.
Well, of course, it was a crucial game, no doubt. I mean, did it start with the toss actually?
You can say so because you know what, teams have been looking to bowl first. वो एक कन्वीनियंस आ जाती है और वो लगता है कि हाँ हमारे सामने एक सेट टारगेट हो तो हम उसको चेस कर सकते हैं, जैसा हमने मुंबई की टीम को देखा. दविंदर स्टार्टिंग ऑफ इन व्हाट टेरिफिक फैशन एंड फिनिशिंग ऑफ द गेम. मतलब किसी को चांस ही नहीं दिया उन्होंने. 44 of 13, almost 90% of the runs that Mumbai scored, and that was almost a one-sided victory.
We did, of course, speak about Davinder stepping up right before the start of this game, and when he does, how? I mean, he came down, took the opening, came down to opening, and then the result is right in front of you. We did speak about it, Chetan, that if these big guns fire, the result completely works in favor of Mumbai.
Yeah, crucial runs from Davinder. I mean, he's been one of the important cogs for Mumbai Grizzlies. I mean, whether with the ball, with the bat, he's been very, very important. Ball se unka form thoda taper ho gaya, lekin you know what, taking a look at Chennai Wolves now. Anurag, we spoke about him. He was going to be the player to watch out for. He won that battle against PK, but you needed more from Manoj and Anil. That start was needed. Maybe another 15 runs could have troubled Mumbai, could have put them under pressure. That did not happen.
But then you talk about, of course, we have a look at the bowling from Mumbai right now. But then Chennai, Mumbai bowling, of course, we'll have a look at that. Then, of course, just 2 wickets down. Davinder losing and Abhishek as well.
Yeah, a lot of experience there with Davinder and Milan. Abhishek, obviously, among the wickets from the beginning. But it's good to see Davinder amongst the runs, amongst the wickets. He's the vital player. He's the vital cog. Sarjan jo hain, wo ballebazi achhi karte hain. He is their most dependable batsman. And obviously, he does bowl. I'm not saying he doesn't contribute with the ball. But it's Davinder who really gets Mumbai running. If he's back in form, Mumbai are back in form.
But then you also have to speak about the fact that, Chennai Wolves weren't really good of a bowling side either, because the batting was missing. Yeah. But then, tough things for Chennai.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at their bowling chart, the first 2 days, they were very, very impressive with their bowling. And we thought, with that kind of a bowling attack, ये team इस tournament में बहुत अच्छा करेगी. In fact, I had them as a top 4 team, given the way they bowled on the first 2 days of the tournament. But then the results started not going in their favor. And look at that, the economy is 15, 18, 20, 12. And that's what has hurt Chennai really throughout the tournament. None of their bowlers has an economy less than 11. And yeah, in a tournament like this, you need to have a couple of players with good bowling economy.
Certainly. But then what really went wrong? I mean, we did see Chennai getting off to a flyer at the start. And then eventually, they were just dwindling down.
Yeah, I mean, again, the bowling just went to pieces, really. I mean, we're talking about economy. हम लोग बात कर रहे हैं 5-5 ओवर के मैचेस के बारे में. हम लोग बात कर रहे हैं action packed matches के बारे में. So from that aspect, things really didn't work out for Chennai. And man of the match, obviously, 44 runs and a wicket.
Davinder there, well, incredible stuff from him. All smiles, of course. What I really liked is because the fact that when Sajjan was sitting behind him, there was an over where he was actually smashing the ball out of the park. And Sajjan says, look, you know what, you don't need to stop. Just go, give everything you have. Don't worry if you're getting out or no. I think that really does wonders to the confidence.
Yeah, and that shows the confidence Sarjan Preet has in his batting as well. And he's been the bedrock of Mumbai's batting. But like I said, if Davinder is firing, that means Mumbai are back in form. 11 and 42, good enough to get that target down. Davinder, 39 of 11 in that partnership. I mean, like you said, Sarjan was just watching from the other end, clapping, cheering. That was good fun to watch.
You did speak about that confidence which kind of oozes out from the likes of Sajjan, which is really helping the team. Most important when the team is down. On the other end, Chennai Wolves, of course, got a decent partnership, 22, but then eventually it all started going down.
And yes, it just shows you, Anurag, 19 of 8, 7 of 2. And the last 6 balls, he only took 6 runs. Which means, if you look at the other side, nobody was really supporting him, Yes, Sarjan was not really doing much when Davinder was firing. But here, Anurag was not firing like Davinder. He was just trying to stay there, trying to get those runs. Dusri end se unko support nahi aaya. And yeah, I still feel they were short by 15 runs.
But then when you speak about Chennai, do you think they really missed those crucial points in the last couple of games that they played? There were chances where they really could have got it.
Yeah, I mean, look, they lost 5 matches in a row. I mean, समझ आता है कि आप 1-2 matches हार रहे हो, then you overturn it, change things around. I just didn't think that they had the thinking and the strategy in place. That losing streak, 5 matches in a row, I think that's where the tournament went away
and
from
eventually you get pressure towards the end. Again, there are good teams battling it out, which really
Yeah.
made things tough. Well, of course, but we did have 4s and 6s, majority of that coming from the bat of the winner. We'll have a look at them, brought to you by Pulsar NS125, Showstopper. And on his given day, he can set fire on that Melbourne ground you're watching. But in that process, there were some wickets which were lost as well. We'll have a look at the wickets brought to you by Lenskart. Well, Mumbai Grizzlies now have firm command, of course, especially knowing the fact that they are trying to make it to the top 4. Of course, they are out there. Now, we take to speak about the points table. Chennai, mathematically, of course, things look very tough right now. In fact, you did mention about them actually moving out of this contest of the first ever GEPL. That's how things have changed. Kolkata, of course, going to the top of the table.
Yeah, I mean, we had an explanation in the morning. Let's do an explanation again. Look, Dubai and Kolkata, they can get to 20 points from here. If we look at Mumbai and New York and London, they can get to 18 points from here. Delhi can get to 16. Sydney can get to 14. So effectively, that rules out Chennai from the tournament. I mean, we still have to wait for the other results. I think if Dubai and Kolkata win today's games, I mean, they have double headers, that would eliminate Chennai for sure. So we'll just have to wait for the other results. And I mean, it doesn't look good for Chennai.
Well, things certainly look tough for Chennai if you do the math, but what it doesn't do is on the other side, there are other 7 teams which will be going forward pretty much robust in the kind of form that they're carrying in the next couple of games. Of course, we have the Dubai Vipers. Remember, they slipped to the 2nd ranking today after Kolkata went on top, taking on the mighty Delhi Sharks, remember, who come back after an impressive victory. But more of that on the other side of this short little break.
Pulsar Mania is here. Maniacs wanted.
Piyush, here I was just on Lenskart. ये जो price है $999, right?
नहीं करण, रुपीज है.
I can't be seen wearing glasses under 1 lakh. Price थोड़ा ज़्यादा हो सकता है क्या?
करण, ये बढ़िया प्राइस है. It's only because we don't have middlemen.
90,000?
आप कहीं और से ले लो.
80,000.
I'm going. Bye.
अमीरों की हाई लगेगी तुझे.
Factory वाले prices, no middlemen. Lenskart. Download the app.
लेकिन ये पाइप चलेगा.
फिनोलेक्स पाइप्स, पीढ़ियां बदलेंगी, पाइप नहीं.